Jeter, gratitude is the attitude, and it definitely is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow a session with a special guest, no question, man. The legendary Big Gene Deal, man, been making waves online for quite a
Oh
few
my
years, man.
God, brother. You said legendary, man.
Man, you have had some legendary experiences, and
That's a fact.
I can't call it nothing other than that. Not that I'm trying to pump up the fact that you try to be a hero in the situations,
I
but
tried to be a hero.
yeah, I've never seen you try to put your chest out as no hero. So
No,
I'm not
not at all, brother. Not at all. Not at all.
no,
A
but
hero ain't nothing but a motherfucking sandwich.
there we go.
That's all it is.
But I consider your journey legendary because it honors the attention of almost the whole world, and it's about some situations that everybody's interested in.
All right, thank you,
And
sir.
I know you're a very busy man, and I don't want to hold up a lot of your time, but I also know when you committed to first come on my platform, you probably weren't quite as busy as you were currently. So I appreciate you for taking the time of honoring your word and pulling up when I knocked on your door.
Well, see, as men, all we got is our word and our nuts. You understand that you got to hold your word as close as you do your nuts. Some of these guys don't understand where I'm coming from when I mean that, but a real man would.
That's right. I definitely feel it. I respect it and I appreciate it. So we're going to get right into it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to talk to you without being controversial, bro. So it's nothing that I'm finna get at you about coming out of my head. It's all subject matter I've seen been discussed around your experiences online, things that interest me and some of my followers. So first of all, I see some stuff saying you got fired from your position for doing some less than honorable things, man. And
Well,
it don't
speak
really.
on it then, bro. Speak on it. Because I've always been an honorable dude, an honorable man. What you do is, you can't listen to these, what y'all call them trolls, but I call them bans. Can I curse on your platform, brother?
Yeah, be comfortable.
All right. I call them bans, bitch ass niggas. Anytime a man gonna come out and tell a straight out lie on another man, he's a bitch ass nigga. You understand? He's a bitch ass nigga. And all you don't hear nothing from anybody that I ever worked for that ever would ever say that I was nothing but honorable and loyal to him while I worked for him and did what I was supposed to do. You understand? You hear what these niggas online who's looking for content, who's looking for attention, are they mad because I came out with the truth on them? Or truth of something they was around. Like you got this one cat that's talking bullshit that put out that book with Kim Porter with the white guy. I know the facts of being around Kim Porter and Puff and Jennifer Lopez and Puff from the time that I had my tenure with them. You understand? So when they saying something that's wrong, I can speak on it and I know it's wrong because I was there. You understand what I'm saying? When they talk about that Kim Porter had a good relationship with myself, she didn't have a good relationship with me. You understand? Me and Kim didn't have a relationship. You understand? Kim was actually mad at me because I chastised her kids for being out of line with a grown-up. You understand? She was mad at me because I spoke on Hassan being fired because she didn't have the right directions. You understand? So when that book saying that me and Kim had a good relationship, that was not true at all. Me and Kim was all right. We didn't have no problems, but we didn't have no good relationship. She respected me as being somewhat as a dope that Puff respected.
Well, you went to one of my questions, so I wanted to ask you, that's on my list, about the book in general and your thoughts on it.
Well, my thoughts on it is that it's a money grab, and the people who grabbing the money don't have nothing to do with her estate. You understand? Because there's no way how that woman would have put out anything that they put in that salacious that they put in the book, knowing she had 2 daughters and a son out there. That's my facts and that's my thoughts on that. And another thing is that some of the situations they said was dead out wrong. When they tried to say that Kim was at our table when Quincy Jones' daughter came over there and she was about to drink the piss out the pitcher.
That ain't true.
She was about to drink the picture, but Kim wasn't at our table. I
Oh,
had the picture. It was just all dudes at the table, bruh. She came over there because Wolf or Puff called her over. She came over to our table. She sat down. She was about to drink, and Wolf stopped her. The book that said I stopped her. You understand?
mm-hmm.
So my thing about it is that the dude who's sitting up there saying, "Yo, Gene fat," he was getting high and he was fat. If you looked at me back in those days, Spidey, Spidey, yo, look, if you look at me back in those days, I'm 6'7", 235 pounds, 38 in the waist, handsome in the face. Nigga, I
Solid.
wish you would. Stop. You
That's
understand?
right.
So when niggas said I was fat, now I'm 60. I just had my 61st, bro. You understand? I'm 330 now.
Right.
Still
I get it.
6'7", 330.
Yeah, 6'7" ain't no small body. I get it.
You understand? Them niggas talking about, yo, he was fat. He was making up lies. They do anything, bro. What this internet do, and you know it to be true. They make the real niggas look fake and the fake niggas look real.
You ain't never lied on that point. Tell me this though. With
Go
you
ahead.
jumping out and having the courage to like speak on some of the stuff Diddy was involved with way back, you feel vindicated to some degree now that it's more obvious that he was up to some bullshit?
It wasn't nothing about vindication with me, brother.
Okay.
You understand? This nigga was disrespecting people, moms that was around us. He was disrespecting dudes who would die for him, give they last for him. You understand?
Right.
I
Right.
talked about his integrity.
Mm.
I talked about his loyalty. I talked about things that he did, you understand, around us and to people around us and everything like that. So to let the people know, this nigga don't deserve no icon award. This nigga don't deserve no doctorate to Howard University. This nigga don't deserve no key to the city of New York. And I didn't start just talking about this, Spidey. They just started listening.
Exactly.
They just started listening, bro. I've been talking about this shit since Big Mother and them brought me over to her house because he told her he didn't know me.
Mm. Mm. Wow. He didn't want you to have no connection with Miss Wallace.
Not at all, because he knew I was going to tell her the truth. Because let me just tell you something, man. Puff ain't never been no tough nigga to me. Puff ain't never been no nigga I was scared of. Listen to me. Like when somebody make up a lie and say, yo, Gene was, in the room with the butt plugs and everything like that. Mama, I told the story about that. We was going through a fucking, what you call that, one of those adult
You
clubs.
said you was in a sex store. You
He was
holding
in
it
the
down.
sex store.
Yeah.
And so the niggas, I'm following behind him because he's picking up shit, putting it in a brown paper bag. He happened to pick up something high. He had to reach for it. When he reached for it, when I went by, I seen the shit said butt plug. I stopped and said, hey, yo. He turned around. I said, what the fuck you getting these for? Laughing at the nigga. If I was some security nigga, your security don't act like that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't see nothing. You don't see nothing. You security.
Yeah, but your security don't act like that.
Right.
I'm like a big uncle, big brother, whatever you want to call me at the time. When he introduced me to Jennifer Lopez, he said, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Lopez, he told Jennifer, this is like my big uncle. Niggas didn't do the same thing. Shout out to Chopper. Chopper said on that thing called, it was a program, I forgot the name of the program, Rare, Raw, or something like that. He said, yo, Big Gene that Gene deal? Nah, he was confrontational with Puff. He used to always go at Puff. He said, I knew that shit wasn't gonna last. He just didn't know Puff needed me for the streets of New York, just like he needed Wolf.
That's crazy because last night my partner was talking about the idea that Diddy didn't get out of town, out of Dodge before the feds got him. And he was like, man, he don't got no street people around him. Because if he had a street person around him, they would have told him, go get with Russell, get up out of here. You think he doesn't have that real raw element up on him no more?
Yo, man, when niggas get that famous and they get that big, they don't want the dudes who came up with them anymore. They
I've
want the
seen
yes men. They want the niggas that always think that they was famous. They want the niggas that always think that they was tough. They want the niggas that always think that they had money and everything like that around them. They don't want the real dudes around them, bro. So he
I,
ain't got no more. He ain't had no more real niggas around that gave a fuck about him.
I agree. I know you guys bump heads a lot, but to me, I see you guys as a type. And let me explain before you get offended, and I want your feedback. You and Reggie Wright. I see you and him as like the opposite of the same thing. Both have history in law enforcement. Both were up close on the opposite side of this thing that they call the East Coast, West Coast. Y'all both got intimate knowledge of the situations. I know y'all don't see eye to eye about everything, but what do you feel as if I look at you, I'm like, damn, we as viewers have a East Coast Gene Deal and a West Coast Reggie Wright to kind of, if you pay attention to both stories, y'all kind of help us get an idea of some of the stuff that was going on that we wouldn't know. Do you feel like that's a good analysis?
Well, that's your analysis.
Right on.
You understand? And
I
that's
would like
what
your
I'm saying.
feedback off of that. Yeah.
My feedback is that like I have nothing against Reg, but when I don't fuck with somebody I don't fuck with, I never lied on Reg. I never talked shit about Reg until Reg started that bullshit with me. You understand what I'm saying? I never lied on Reg, bro. When you start lying on a man, then you start trying to degrade his character and then get with those people that talk shit, knowing you know as a man that they wrong. If somebody said something about Reggie Wright to me and I know what they was wrong and they was talking shit, I would check them. Because you're not going to get that off on me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
I get
Reg
that.
will let people talk shit about me and say shit, and we supposed to be at an avenue where we getting to know each other. We at an avenue where we supposed to be trying to get to be cool with each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
And he
sir.
let them niggas get that shit off on me. That ain't his responsibility. But if you want to be cool with me, if you want to be a dude that I respect, you're going to respect the game and what it's supposed to be about.
Mm-hmm.
You
I can dig that.
That's all it is, bro.
That makes
And I
sense.
and I don't go backwards, bro. You know, when you don't fuck with, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me, you know, it's cool. You don't fuck with me. I have no problem with that.
I can definitely relate to that. Cat Williams kicked off this year with Shannon Sharp saying 2024. I saw a headline where you said Shannon Sharp basically led the feds to Diddy. I want to get you to expound on that. And also,
You can't.
why do you think
You can't.
2024?
You
Huh?
can't. You
Can't.
can't. Because that wasn't my headline. That
Okay.
wasn't me saying that.
Okay. That's somebody clickbaiting. Say less.
Yes.
Well, why do you think, like you said, you've been saying what you've been saying for the longest? Cat Williams said 2024 is going to be the year. It seemed to be going out. What do you think it is about 2024? Why so much revealing is going on?
Bruh, I'm a somewhat, to a certain degree, based on my educational level, is a literary historian on certain things and certain subjects. 2020, the date was it was told by us, is the days of Aquarius.
Mm.
And I told people 2019, when I first got on the internet and was going into 2020, I said this was going to be the year of the visionary. This is when they said that it was going to be a war between Christianity and the scientists. You understand? When they try to make us believe that there's not a God, that if a man wanted to be a woman, it's all right to be a woman.
Mm.
You understand? I talked about shit like this. See, people who come and watch me, Spidey, all the other net and everybody wants you to believe that Gene Deal just talk about Diddy. But people who are invested and know about Gene Deal, I talk about world issues. I talk about spiritual issues. I talk about things that's gonna make you say, just like you did, You understand? I'm gonna put you in mind of shit where you be like, damn, man, let me get it some thought and let me do some research on this and find out what's the truth of it. I knew in 2020 that was coming. You understand? I knew when 2020 came, things would start being opened up because I knew the alignment of the planets. When those planets open up, it opened up certain alignments that vibrations, and people will see certain visions. You understand? I told MREC TV when he first got me on this shit.
Shout out MREC in the rec mob.
Yo, Spidey, and he'll tell you. I say, man, I had a dream. God gave me a sledgehammer and told me, yo, you got to knock down the Empire State Building.
Wow. You just gave me a chill. I'm listening.
You understand? You got to knock down the Empire State Building. You don't. I'm choosing you. You understand? So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I told Rec that shit. I said, Rec, listen to me. I've been trying to get this out on film because I did a DVD. He saw the DVD. You understand? I wrote 2 books. I done went on MTV. I done went on VH1. I done went on all these other platforms and things like, and nothing is getting out. These people ain't listening to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about somebody talking about, yo, this is a bum-ass bodyguard and shit like that. Motherfucker, my profession was a New York State parole officer. I retired with 27 years of service with a fucking pension and a disability.
Right.
I'm not worried about none of you niggas. I ain't never got to go out my house if I wanted just to have my food delivered, eat or whatever like that. Nigga, I'm out on the street. I've been all over St. Louis. People giving me mad love. This is my town.
That's right.
You understand? I love the energy here. I love the niggas here. I love the people here, and they love me back.
That's right.
I could go up in Harlem, walk the streets in Harlem. Be up in the Bronx.
That's
Big
right.
Gene, Big Gene. I ain't running from nothing, man. I was given this task. This all God's work. This ain't none of my work.
That's right.
I was just a vessel for people to see you ain't got nothing to be scared of. That's all I was. I was a vessel to show people they ain't had nothing to be scared of, Spidey.
That's right.
That's all, brother. I ain't do nothing special. I don't know nothing special. All the shit that I know, other niggas know it too. When I said I seen a check, I didn't say I seen a check by myself. I said me and my man Slick, we on the block. He come and show us the check.
That was one of my questions was back then. I know his name is relevant to some degree with the check and all that, but had you ever personally ran across Keefe D back in the day? You remember him?
I ran across Keefe D several times back in the day, bro. He used to gamble all the time. Every time Puff come to town, they come and them niggas him zip and them they start gambling, bro. They got $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in the game.
You ain't lying. Believe me, I know you're not lying because I got very close ties and roots to that section from that time frame. And I knew what they was up to. I knew before it was ever mentioned in the media that the South Sides had a relationship with Puffy and them.
Yeah.
Ben knew it as a kid.
Yeah, so like, man, listen to me, bro. It's one thing I know for sure. It's from my mouth to God's ear. Because I ain't going to lie on no man, and I ain't going to tell no bullshit about no man, bro. I ain't cut from that motherfucking cloth. What I say to you, or I say to others, I can say it dead into a motherfucking face.
Real shit. Another name I want to ask you, I see he be playing with your name. He seems to try to act like he got a lot of knowledge of these same situations and subjects. Choke no joke. Do you know him from back in the day?
Nah, not at all.
So his perspective, you think, is just for him summing up shit like us?
Bro, check this shit out, man. I seen Choke no joke 3 times from back in the day, and I didn't remember him on one of the times. One of the times he was at K Slay, was shooting a video up in Yonkers. You understand? The second time, you know what I'm saying, he came to K Slay party, and both of them were delicious. One was at Sue's Rendezvous. I know everybody who's supposed to be in the VIP. I ran the front door and the VIP at Sue's Rendezvous. Tank might tell me, yo, Gene, come outside the front door. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Tank, because Tank was the boss there. You know what I'm saying? Tank might say, yo, Gene, go check out VIP. But when K Slay got the VIP, I run the whole VIP myself.
Okay.
I know who's supposed to be up in that motherfucker, and I know who's supposed to be not. I was finna throw his ass out of VIP one time, and then K was like, no, he with Delicious. Because him and Delicious had came in, and I didn't see him with Delicious. You understand what I'm saying? So if I do a round and I say, you're like, yo, who you here with? You understand? No, like that? Then if you don't tell me the right person, or they don't, what you call you, you got to leave out of VIP.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That one time. The second time was on a boat ride. He was on K Slay boat ride, and he was with Delicious. He was nobody
So you telling me he used to hang with a nigga named Delicious?
No. Delicious was you know the from you know Delicious, bro, from Detroit. She was from
she. Okay.
Yeah, she what you know that when she won on
that one
the
on
nigga with the clock. What's the dude in the clock? Flavor Flav. Remember she was on Flavor Flav?
Flavor of Love. Flavor of Love. Yeah.
Flavor of Love.
Okay.
She was on Flavor of Love, right?
She was. Yep.
Right. Her. You understand? Okay. So K had booked her a couple of times. You know, when I got in this game, 5 good niggas told me, don't fuck with old boy. You know what I'm saying? 5 good niggas told me, don't fuck with old boy. You understand? He know the 5 niggas. You understand what I'm saying?
Based on that shit he went through when he was young?
Based on the shit from him stealing the tapes from Flex and Mr. Excitement from the tunnel.
Oh.
Based on the shit, him, what he do? He stole the tapes from Mr. Excitement and the tunnel. He ran off with Dame Dash them tapes when he was the cameraman from them. He stole bottles from Bugatti, the liquor dude here in New York City that give guys liquor deals. You know, shout out to Bugatti. He looking for a couple of people right now to get him liquor deals. You know, Jada Kidd, you know, all them brothers like that. Because
shout out to Bugatti. We drink liquor over here.
So he helped guys get liquor deals in their own brand on the liquor thing. And then what was the other dude? It was Bugatti. And then the dude Force, he snitched on and got him 25 years behind bars.
That's what I became familiar with. That scenario.
That's true. That's true story, paperwork, the whole 9 yards. He did that, bro. He tried to play it off and everything like that. Like that dude snitched on him and told on him. It was nothing like that. I read the whole thing. They've been wanting to come to my channel for the longest, but I don't get into that shit like that, bro. That ain't for me. I don't even give a fuck because he ain't never been at the table and made no decision about nothing that happened in New York City. So he never been that type of dude that he ever ran no cruise, ever been with no cruise, and never sat at the table and made no decisions about nothing. You understand? So he wasn't even nothing to be speaking about to me. You understand? He go on here and talk all this shit. He said I squeal. He got mad because, and I'm tell you this, he got mad, Spidey, because he told me that Suge Knight told him that a nigga ran up on the car and shot and clapped at Pac. I told him first that a dude told me, you understand, that was out there with zipping them, that, yo, it wasn't just no drive-by. A nigga ran up on the car and hit him up. When a dude told me that shit, because who the dude was, and he was a nigga that drink and have fun, I paid it no motherfucking attention. But before I told Choke, I told MREC, I told Wisdom Clear, and I told a big producer out there in California. You understand? That I was told this. And that big producer who had interviewed Suge before, said behind the scenes, Suge told me the same thing.
Wow.
They told me behind the scenes, Suge told them the same thing. So This so if motherfuckers say, yo, this nigga capping, this nigga lying, he just making up something, those people was told way before any of this shit came out. You understand what I'm saying?
That's deep.
You understand? So now, Suge told him that. But this nigga kept dragging my name on his channel in the mud. And then the day Cassie, they ran into Puff House, he gets on his channel. Oh, they only ran in the, the coke head and the coke fiend shit and what's called when the only way they ran in the Diddy house was because of Cassie and Gene. And I had a conversation not even a week about that nigga. Yo, my man, keep my name out your mouth. If you talking about you want to be cool with me and you want to be all this. The nigga couldn't keep it. So I called this nigga. I called this nigga for 16 hours, bro. To try to handle it like, man, oh, now he too busy. He gets on, he act like I couldn't be busy. What? Trying to get up money for Suge commissary or something, nigga?
Free big shit. Do me a favor, bro. Give me some insight on these Turkish baths, bro. What's going on with these Turkish? What is a Turkish bath?
In New York City, you understand? They have an area called the Village. Village is where people walk around freely of their sexuality, their sexual orientation, and everything like that. And all I was saying about Turkish bath is that, if you see it outside and you see the type of men who goes in these places, you understand, down at the Village, because it's nothing against the Turkish bath to the men who do it, and that's what they do and everything like that. I was just only speaking through my own experience in New York City.
Did you ever have to?
That Puff was going in these Turkish baths with all these people that appeared to be of a certain lifestyle. And I waited outside for them to come out.
Anybody listening, do your research on a Turkish bath, and just so you can kind of get a familiar with what he's explaining.
See, they know about, the people in New York City know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because they only have them in that Village area and that Soho area. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel you. I follow. Do you think that any of Diddy's sons are going to be caught up as accused criminally? I see one of his sons got some civil charges similar to the stuff he going through. It might have been clickbait, but I saw a title that said, "You suggested his son should take the guns on his daddy's behalf." Was that clickbait, or do you think his sons are going to be criminally involved in this case before it's over with?
Well, it depends on what they have charges on. You got to realize Puff wasn't the only one that lived in those houses. And 9 times out of 10, those houses wasn't in his name. So somebody going to have to testify wherever they found those guns that those guns actually belonged to him. And if that was my father and he was facing those type of times and those type of situations, I would say, yo, that's mine. So he don't get that added on top of his shit.
Right.
That's just me.
No, that's G shit though.
You understand? Yeah. So, and you got to realize, they might get probation because they never been in no trouble, never had no problems or nothing like that. Based on they were dismantled. They wasn't optimal. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that would be something to do if you really care. You doing rap songs to defend his honor. You rode that high wave with him as a young adult, not as no child. Now he up against it. Yeah, show that you really down with dad. I get that. That make a lot of sense. Another question I had. Do you believe the stories about Jamie Foxx poisoning having anything to do with Diddy?
I don't believe nothing, bro. I'm from the show me state.
Okay.
If I don't see it, I don't hear it, I don't know the evil.
When they announced that there are some higher profile celebrities than Diddy on some of them tapes. Do you care to make a prediction on who may be a higher profile celebrity than Diddy that may be ending up on there?
I can't make a prediction, but whoever went to those parties and whoever stayed, past the time that we were supposed to stay, you understand? Whoever got caught in those situations, they know themselves. You understand? I heard people were closing restaurants, stopping their stores,
Yeah,
doing
stepping
all
down
kinds of shit,
positions, fleeing the country.
fleeing the country, all that.
I got a lot of love for Jaguar. I view her as my sister. I fuck with her. I've sat down, interviewed her multiple times.
Mhm.
I want to know, have you ever ran across her back in the days?
I ran across Jaguar. We was at this it looked like a boneyard to me, but it was this big ass place. And it was the time when Music Soul Child and them was there, and they always perform. It was some kind of Philly event, and everybody was performing, and I ran across Jaguar back then.
Okay.
Jaguar was a bad motherfucker back in the day. We all old now and not as graceful and not as slim and fine as, but back in the day, shit.
I can see that. I can see that smile. I could tell. Yeah, I could tell she had it. Shout out Jag and Wolfgang. Homie
She ain't a
Wolfgang.
bad whooping. She ain't a bad looking mature woman now.
No, not
You
at all.
understand? Not at
Not at
all.
all.
But back in the day, nigga, Chocolate Thunder.
And they meant like a fine woman with a beautiful voice too.
Oh, you already said it, bro.
Yeah.
I used to want all my girlfriends to sing. I only had one that could ever sing.
Me, bro, when I was young, I used to envision when I was older, I was going to have a wife that could sing, walk around the house. It never really happened, but that was the way I envisioned things.
Yo, my man, I had one in junior high school, and she used to sing that shit, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes to me. Oh my God. That's what I thought I was going to have. And every chick I ever fell in love with had a fucking, didn't have.
That's fucked up.
Couldn't hold a note. If she had it in a chokehold.
That's fucked up. Damn, everything don't turn out the way we want it, man.
Yeah, it is what it is, Playboy. For real.
Man. I know you got a lot to do today, man. I appreciate you for carving out this time. Yeah. That's all the questions I had on my list, man. So I'm going to give you the opportunity just to break bread on any particular conversation you would choose, and then I'm going to let you get back to your busy day. I sure appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I've always been transparent in everything I've done. You know what I'm saying? When niggas like MC Gag, aka Choke No Joke, Whack 100,
No 100,
No 100, all these niggas get out here and start talking shit about me, man. Listen to me, man. Check my Social Security credits. I've always worked 2 jobs and 2 hustles. You understand? I wanted my kids to go to the best schools and have it all. If we as men don't give it, who gonna do it? You understand? And I've always did what I was supposed to do as a man. That's why I could retire early. You understand? That's why I could do the things that I'm doing right now. I wrote 2 books, man, in 2 years. In a 2-year time period, I done wrote 2 books and do them excellent. Go on internet and you go on internet go on Amazon and see what the real people say about my books. You understand what I'm saying like that? I write them for entertainment. I write them for knowledge. And I write it for you could know what was happening for real in those times. Wasn't no writer. I ain't had no ghostwriter. It came from me, my words.
What are the titles of the books?
Gene Deal, My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. Gene Deal, Life After Death, when Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. You understand? I got one more coming out, man, and it's going to be a blast too. You understand? I'm going to put you right there as all my books do. But what I want to say, man, it's never been the East Coast, West Coast, real brothers hating each other. Because I knew real brothers who fuck with East Coast dudes. I knew real brothers from the West Coast. I mean, from East Coast, real brothers from the West Coast. And real brothers who fuck with the brothers from the East Coast. It's the few of these clown ass motherfuckers that keep the division of all of us. And the reason why they do that is because they don't never want us to be together so we can make money together, so we can be good together, and we all can live harmonious as possible as we can, as much as we can. We need to sit back and say to ourselves, man, you know what I'm saying? Why do they have these cats out here and grown ass niggas that's trying to keep a division among us? Because they always kept these grown ass niggas to keep a division among us.
That's why
All
we
right?
can't make no progress with because of the division. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
All right.
Let everybody know your social media, your channel, your YouTube channel, where they can find you at.
YouTube channel, Gene Deal Show. That's one of my books right there. That's the last one right there. The Instagram is Big Gene underscore 5 Deuce 52. The what's that? I gave you the books is on Amazon, and if you want a signed book for shipping and handling, you cash out $50 to Big Gene 52, and I'll send you a book signed, sealed, and delivered.
That's
All right.
what's up. And right, I just need a drop out of you before you go. So I need you to mention the Black Box and Cliche 93 TV. Any way you want to do it, Big Gene, Black Box, Cliche 93 TV, please.
Yo, this is Big Gene rocking with Black Box and Kishi 9.
That's all right. I love this. This is organic. Cliche 93 TV.
All right. All right. This is Big Gene rocking with Black Box and Kishi 963 TV.
That'll work. Much love, bro.
All right, bro.
All
We
right.
good?
Yeah,
Call me behind the
appreciate you.
scenes, man.
I'm gonna
Salute.
tap in after I clear this. I'm gonna tap in with you.
All right, brother.
All right.
Peace.
Much love.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Google Gang, Black Box, believers, faithful, family. I know I was reading all them comments y'all was putting in the chat, the questions, right? Y'all know my style, bro. I'm not finna be asking no bunch of police questions. And I wasn't here to make him uncomfortable. He discussed all that stuff that y'all was talking about already in large. So y'all can go tap into that. When I engage in a conversation, even if we talk about, just think about all the content Gene has already created and produced and published on these subjects, bro. I wasn't looking to have the same exact conversation with him that he's had with others. He does lives, so he's done a lot of monologues. So I was trying to get a slightly different perspective on some of these subjects and have a conversation with him that wasn't a troll conversation. You know, you got to realize you've been dealing with me doing this for the better half of a decade now. It's been over 5 years. If you're doing something and you're doing it correctly, you should be progressing, maturing in it. So if you don't realize, I am a lot less interested in the trolling type of content than I was when we started off this journey doing this, y'all. So that's a very grown man. I'm a grown man. I have grown and grandchildren. So my whole perspective on dialogue, public speaking, creating content, the way I carry myself while I do so, it's evolving. And I think it's for the better, man. But I appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all know how we do around here, man. This was a real raw effort because I hesitated and delayed in reaching out to Gene because y'all know the old situation with the original Black Box, everything. I was in the transition. Shout out to my boy BC from My Paru because he put me in touch with Gene Deal some months ago. And on our initial phone conversation, Gene Deal let me know that he was ready and willing to pull up and have a dialogue like this in the Black Box. But I was in transition and I wasn't really ready to get cracking. I was somewhat on a small hibernation from doing this. But now that we back up and flowing, my technical crew wasn't here. So I couldn't, I had technical, I had problems even turning on the laptop today. We're not turning it on, but getting OBS to work properly. So, you know, I usually when I do green screen, I go through the computer and do the background, but I had a scheduled time. I was having technical difficulties. So I just came like this straight off the phone. But y'all know what it do. We'll be back at it. Black Box Production, Cliche 93 TV. I'm out.